you tell other communities that maybe don't have a food bank yet, but they'd like to start one?
Find a church leader who, whether it's the minister, whether it's an elder, somebody that you know cares. If you will pray and ask the Lord to put the people in your path and you have the heart for Christ, the doors will open. You need to think ahead that if it's going to be there past your time, because I won't always be able to do this, then you've given the tools to the next generation, kind of like a church. If you don't see young people, it's a dying church. I don't want this to die. I know there's a need for more pantries like this that value the customer, that don't try to race through.
How do you feel like this has strengthened the community?
What do I say? Oh my goodness. It means church is outside of the building, okay? And people know they belong to something wonderful.
First couple of years that I took stuff up there, it was just onions, and I would just come in and drop them off. I was bringing probably, well, the first year I took 160 pounds of onions in over 4 weeks. It was about 40 pounds a week, and so it was kind of different for them. And about, I don't know, about the third or fourth trip, I was dropping off, and I heard one of them mention, "It's the Onion Man." Well, Miss Susan and Miss Mary Lou kind of started calling me Onion Bill once they finally knew my name, and it stuck. And it's nice. I enjoy them referring to me as Onion Bill. Hopefully a sign of what I'm trying to do for them.
Onion Bill, that's what we affectionately call him. Realize that if we made some connections, everybody could probably provide a little bit, and they would only have to plant a little bit extra. I want you to see on Monday what that really looks like when everybody is bringing fresh veggies. It is an area in our grocery stores where our clients have never shopped because everything is so expensive. And now they're learning innovative ways and the joy of eating something fresh rather than everything canned.
But the freshest produce comes from locals.
And that's a new program for this food bank. How do you think that's working out?
I think it's amazing because it's good, clean, healthy, fresh food. And you can tell that it's not been doused in chemicals and it's not 3 months old when it gets here. And
we ran into Bill, and he was really trying to organize people together to donate their produce to Amen. And so we had done that a couple times in the past. I used to really go around at the end of the farmers markets and try to get the other farmers to donate what they had left over to the market. But because it would be picked on a Saturday morning and the patrons wouldn't come until Monday, sometimes it wasn't really that fresh. And so when we decided that we were going to start donating the majority of all of our produce, I was really excited that I could finally pick it fresh on the morning that we were going to deliver it, so that people could get stuff at the prime of its nutrient quality. I'm a firm believer that we could be healed through our food. And so being able to share 100% organic, freshly picked, nutrient-dense vegetables with people as a way to increase their health is really just quite a gift to be able to give them. And it's really a blessing for us to be able to share. And again, like, I don't know how to garden any other way than maximum output. And so it's been a really great relationship all the way around. We just really want to encourage other farmers or other people who just want to get into gardening to think about taking your excess items up to the food pantry. We started in town with just a couple of raised beds, and then we moved out here to Plum. We were able to really expand. We've expanded the garden 3 times. We started much smaller, but this is the current size. And we've really been a student of gardening ever since we got into it. And so we really enjoy learning people's different methods and things that work. And so we've kind of taken the Back to Eden methodology and the new square foot gardening methodology and found a way to adapt it to the Texas grass, which is our biggest problem. And we kind of put all those things together and developed our own method. And our company is Plum Fabulous Foods, and we do like to really concentrate on education now instead of doing the markets and stuff. And so we do have courses on our website that teach how to garden like we do. We have a book, and we have lots of free videos on our YouTube channel, blog posts, those sorts of things, because we really want to encourage other people, especially families, how easy it is to do this. I spend an average of 4 hours a week in my garden, 2 hours maintaining it, 2 hours harvesting it. So if you could spare 4 hours a week and you had some time to set a garden up properly following our methods, you could easily produce this much food yourself.
Well, first of all, to me, this is a grocery store. Back, we lived on the other side of Houston, and our food pantry was at our church. And if you came in, you got maybe 6 cans in a little bag that was already predetermined. Here, the shoppers and the clients get to pick from a variety of items. We have fresh meat, we have eggs, bread. We are so fortunate to have our HEB and Walmart who donate items every single day to the food pantry. So, as I said, this is more of a grocery store than it is a food pantry.
Larry, our doorkeeper there, introduces them, and I think very much makes them feel welcomed. I will get to shop with him, or one of the other volunteers will get to shop. We take a shopping cart and we start shopping. So come this way. So the first section is grains, and you will see a variety there. We stretch the dollars as far as we can. We don't just hand them food, but allow them to choose food. And our donations keep coming. There's a gentleman who came in and said, I'm not wealthy, but I want to do something extra. And he, every 2 weeks, asks me for a list of things that we really need, and he brings them. So we just finished the vegetable section. The next section is fruits. And if you will notice, I will be able to do fruit cups out just like there, along with pineapple, peaches, pears, fruit mixes, all of those good things. On this aisle, if you will span down there, all of those are refrigerators and freezers that have been purchased with donated dollars that have come in. Come down this way. Oh, and our farmers donate eggs to us, which are liquid gold now. This is our soup section, and you can get 3 items if you're 1 to 3, 4 if you're 4 plus. Again, there's a bigger box for bigger items. We have a variety of things to choose from. Hopefully something for everyone. If you want to stretch your dollars and go further, we've got everything in the dried beans to do. And this is where I was talking earlier about milk. These are all stable, fresh milks, and can last, and then put it in your refrigerator, and when you're ready to use it, you're good. You're good. Here again, more bread that will be filled up on Monday, which is in the refrigerator now to keep it fresh. This will give you an idea of the kind of meat that we have. We have found that when we allow them to choose, they're so much happier, because if they love chicken and we give them pork, they're not going to eat it, or vice versa. And so this way it's very, very special. Dishwashing soap, laundry detergent, cat and dog food, all the things that you take for granted that you just can buy. And so our mission has been, if it's donated here, we can give it out here. And so the exciting thing is, I want you to see what's been happening the last few weeks. We have clothes, and it's beautiful clothes that have never been worn, that our clients are actually able to take and use and feel valued. And so it has really been a special addition to this mission, because it's not just physical food that our clients need. And so our clients are recognizing that we have a relationship with them rather than them being the unseen popular.
would say that the ministry that happens at Amen goes both ways. And I think this is important for volunteers to understand. I try to preach this to our volunteers, that we're not there just for them, but they're there for us as well. And to carry that sense of humility into serving, I think, is a big deal. And so not only have we as a church blessed Amen, but Amen as a ministry has blessed this church. And so there's sort of this mutual blessing going on. And so I just love that. And the people from our congregation who serve there, they're eager to do it. They're happy to do it. And it's changed lives, not only for people who need food, but it's changed lives for people who are trying to be like Jesus and just trying to follow him and serve the people around them.
Some homeschoolers here.
Oh, the kids are
Can you
great.
talk about the
Oh my
homeschool
gosh.
kids that help?
They are so, they're so energetic. They're so fresh. They're so willing to come in, and they're learning how to take care of people. They're learning the value of humanity. And our clients are treated with such respect and love and care. And it's a beautiful thing to see the children coming in. They love giving out donuts at the end, but they'll bag up your produce. They'll get you a water. They're just amazing kids. Really great kids.
Help pass out veggies, stock shelves, or pass out donuts.
What about you, Daniel?
I will a lot of times shop or stock shelves.
We've just made serving a way of life. It's something that from the time they were tiny, whatever was a place that I was able to serve with little ones, they went with me. And the food pantry has ended up being one that, as they've gotten old enough, they've adopted as their own service, because it's just been something that is part of our family culture, is to serve. There's a special group of people here that you have a special skill you use to help, don't you?
Some of the people who are here are deaf, so they can't hear, and they stopped coming because it was getting harder and harder to communicate with other people. And then one lady kept coming, though, and I was able to talk to her through sign language. And then one more of the people who had stopped coming because they couldn't communicate started coming again.
We are trying to we're trying to communicate to the patrons of the pantry simple recipes about how to prepare some of the vegetables, like okra. For example, I think a recipe that my wife gave me to take up there with a batch of okra patties was really popular. And we need someone to, maybe not even a gardener, to kind of come in and take that and run with it, to make recipes available seasonal. As the gardeners are bringing in vegetables, if I'm taking in beets, we could coordinate with someone who would make sure that there was a stock of note cards on a few simple, easy beet recipes, or just they're kind of weird. You boil them first before you peel them and squeeze the skin off. It was, I don't know, when I came down here, I didn't know about how to prepare beets, but I do now. We're kind of piggybacking on Amen LaGrange's site. We have a blog where the gardeners share information about what's worked, what hasn't worked, just general gardening knowledge. We have a resources page to start a garden. We have a recipes page. We're trying to communicate to the patrons of the pantry simple recipes about how to prepare some of the vegetables. I come because this is what Jesus asked us to do. Jesus talked a lot about how we should help
those in our community who are in need. And for many years, I didn't do that. And so I started coming because he said to. But then once you start serving people, you find the joy of Christ, which was something that I always felt was lacking in my life. And you cannot really spread the gospel unless you have that joy of Christ. And I find that joy of Christ by coming here and getting hands-on with the people that we help, opportunities to pray. We talk to people, we find out the things that are going on in their life, how they might be homeless, lost a job, dealing with cancer. I don't know how many times I've had an opportunity at the end, and once they've gotten in their car, and I shake their hand and said, do you mind if I pray with you? And everyone that I've asked that has said yes so far. And so at the end of the day, when I can really connect with the people in my community, I walk out and get in my truck, and I drive home with that strong feeling of the joy of Christ in my heart. And that drives me to come back as often as I can.
How would you tell other communities that maybe don't have a food bank in their community, but they think maybe they're too small?
Well, we're a small community. What's our population?
About 4,000.
Yeah. I say call Susan or Mary Lou, make an appointment, and come down here and see. It just runs smooth. We have a lot of the same volunteers every week from the various churches in our community. Come down, take a tour. Come on a Monday. Come on a Thursday. Help us stock. We'll put you with somebody that knows what they're doing, and they'll show you around and show you how we stock. But yeah, come down. Susan will be more than happy to take the time and show you around. It's really, you got to see it in action. You really do. It's hard to explain. It's all about serving your fellow human being. A lot of people get lost in the cracks. We're here to feed the body and the soul, and we're happy to do it. We're just happy to do it. And come down and check it out. Come down and do a walkthrough with us on Monday. Just come and see what it's like.